Tuesday evening, by about 1-2 p.m. thereabout, the offices of Consolidated Group DSTV was locked by the Monrovia City Corporation. According to them, we have not paid the municipal tax for 2 years. Clearly, they have to serve the bill. According to them, they served the bill at the office and presented it to the security. So that means it was never served on us. There are Supreme Court opinions on these issues. We cannot serve bill to an institution and serve it to the security. The unfortunate thing about this engagement is that we just paid City Corporation about 3 weeks ago $6,000 US, a little over $6,000 for billboards. So we have a few billboards around town, and we pay them regularly. In fact, we just concluded a roadshow. I'm sure you guys might have seen that. So we pay all of the city corporations for the roadshows. So for them to pretend not to know senior people within our offices to serve their bill on, it's really disappointing. More precise, the city corporation has no right to go and lock up anybody's business. Our businesses are registered as a corporation incorporated under the laws of Liberia. The city corporation has got bill. If the bill is not paid, there are rules set down as to how it can pursue that. You know, clearly, institutions have permitted these kinds of actions. Like I said the other day, we in Liberia make people in government to appear bigger than they are. But people like us are here to correct that, because Liberia is not a place, it's not a banana republic or some Gestapo where any gangster can just get and just do anything. And people like us are here to correct those kinds of missteps. So by tomorrow, the city corporation will be receiving a suit from us for depriving us of income and for the reputational exposure that they've caused us. You know, it's sad that people don't understand this is a country of laws. But many times in Liberia, people walk away with stuff because typically you hear somebody tell you, just leave that thing, it has happened. We go to court because we believe that Liberia is a country of laws and not of men. Few people standing under the canopy of a government office or a government position who believes that because they stand in the office of a government or under the canopy of a government office can do anything in violation of the law. Those kinds of people, we intend to use the law to make a public spectacle of them, which will serve as an example to all other persons that go to work in government or under the canopy of government, that you don't just go and take matters into your own hands. If every government institution starts to just lock up businesses, then why do we have the courts? Then let's just close down the courts and everybody go home. You know, then I can have my army and they can have their army and we shoot at each other if that's the Liberia they want. But obviously that's not the Liberia, and so some of us are moving forward. More precise, I'm going further than that. We are gathering signature as a result of that occurrence to sue the city corporation for not cleaning the city, because these monies are not for free. The reason why businesses pay taxes to the city is for the city to have resources to clean the city. So there will be 2 lawsuits that will be coming up on the city corporation. What they have done, we are willing and ready, and they need to serve it on us. And there is a Supreme Court opinion. If you want to serve bill or serve anything on an institution, you serve it either on the chairman of the board or on the secretary of the board, meaning in this case the managing director. But if you cannot serve it on them, obviously if you took it to the receptionist, since it's a receptionist, they will sign for it and they will take it. You don't go to any institution and drop documents. Even you guys looking for a job, or you go to have an interview, you don't go to interview your security or go and drop documentation. You go and you make sure the message or information you want get to the source. This degree of irresponsibility in Liberia is our responsibility. Those of us vying for public offices to make a public spectacle of some of the people who believe that Liberia is a gangster state. I believe in my country, and I believe in the laws of the land, and I believe in the courts of Liberia, and the courts of Liberia have never failed us, even though sometimes the way we think things are not the way they see it, but that is the function of the court. Thank you so much. It was an opportunity talking to you. If you have some questions, I will take it.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay, my name is Pinas Moba, and I work for the Independent Probe newspaper. I have several questions, so let me just lay them. You talk about suing the Moravia City Corporation. I'd like to know firstly how much in terms of dollar and cents are you anticipating to sue the MCC for? And you talk about your company suffering losses, and I know your announced lawsuit will be at the civil law court. Firstly, I want to know how much did your institution suffer in terms of damages, whether it is psychological damages or...
All of those modalities will be worked out by the legal team, and that's why the suit will be processed by the close of day today. So all of that in terms of the amount that was lost, if you stop us from paying people paying subscription, so that's revenue loss. You also expose us to public humiliation. You say we don't pay, even though we didn't pay you money. So in every respect, all of those things are being worked out in terms of the dollar and cent, and the legal suit will reflect that.
Now, is this the very first time through your business interaction with the MCC? Is it the very first time for you to have such a situation with them?
Well, this is the first time we've had ever. I've been doing business in this country since 1990. Ever having any city corporation do this to any of my businesses.
You made mention about what they call racial in your...
That was not my reference.
Nation. You talk about some political gain people want to target with. That's why.
That's not what I heard. So please.
Okay. So another question would be: you talk about 1 p.m. that they went.
Yeah, about that. About 1 p.m., 2 p.m. They went to lock down the office.
Were there people doing business at that time? Because I know.
Yeah, there were people. People pay subscription. We open up to 6 o'clock in the evening. So about 1 p.m. there, but that's when people really flock into the office to pay subscription. Because don't forget, it was on Tuesday evening, Wednesday was a holiday. Mm-hmm. So obviously a lot more people were flocking in, and they were deprived of payment because of such an irresponsible action.
Mr. Freeman,
yes,
I'm Michael Davis. Can you confirm that a business actually owes taxes to the MCC?
I wouldn't know, because if they serve the bill, then we'll know. They are supposed to serve the bill and say, look, this is what you owe. But from the paper we saw, they said $2,000, and they said it has a 2 years tenure. Who signed for it? They can't say. According to them, they say they serve it on the security. So if we pay you for advertisement more than $6,000, why can't we pay you municipal fee? And even if we owe you municipal fee and you serve it and it was not attended to, that's not the way to handle it. The way to handle it is totally different, laid out by the law. The laws are right there. We have the whole city ordinance and everything. So in every respect, the law provides that businesses must pay city taxes, right? Municipal taxes, but you have to serve it. If you don't serve it, we wouldn't know.
Besides income loss, what other impact is this action having?
Oh, clearly reputational impact. You basically projected as being irresponsible, as being tax evaders, and all those kinds of things.
Were you served any warning by the MCC
Never.
before they took action?
Never. According to the administrative law, they're supposed to serve at least 30 days, but these things must be served on management. So, you don't just go to a radio station and stand to the gate and say, my man, they think you have at the radio station. That's irresponsible. If you have irresponsible people working there and they're doing the wrong thing, that's their problem. But you don't use your laziness from your firm to extend it to institutions. And that's what we're trying to correct.
So normally when a lawsuit of such nature is filed at the court, and sometimes we see people just file this lawsuit and don't pursue it, are you willing to go the full length?
You really know who you're asking the question? You really know who you're asking the question?
It's a good question.
You really know who you're asking that question? I'm the person who, through the MPC, will sue Madam Sirleaf here, not to contest. That case was concluded. We sued Brownie Samuka, it was concluded. We sued the New Democrat, we walk away we won. So we don't just sue and close up. When we sue, we close up.
Thank you.
That's why I asked you whether you know who you asked to.
No opposition. All right, so that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen of the press.